Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to a 37-degree Monday, the 27th of October. For today, it's not supposed to rain. It's not supposed to be overly sunny, I don't think. It's not supposed to rain at the moment. She's looking dadgum all right out here. We'll take it. So it's went from 37 to 43, so I think the high today is supposed to be 53. All them leaves are going to be gone. And let's just be a carpet of leaves out here. It'll look all barren. And it'll start over in the spring, and we'll all be happy again, and we'll just go through the cycle again and again and again. Imagine that. Anyway, welcome to Monday. It's off to the grind here. Caught you doing some eyeball maintenance here.
I know it.
Man, it seems like we haven't been to work in like a month.
It does.
And the worst thing is there's nothing cool that came out of this. No. Then we start feeling better, and we start having storms and power outages, and
I know.
Like, man,
It's nasty.
it's that fall/winter, welcome to this time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Take this and take that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mama, let's roll out.
All right.
All right. Jeez. It's still 47 degrees out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like the last time we were at work, we were surprised that it was like 60 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it's been forever since we were at work.
I know it.
It was a long, crazy time right there, Mama.
Mm-hmm.
But on that, let's go on in there and start off a Monday.
All right.
Our first Monday in a while, it seems like.
Yeah.
All righty. Have yourself a wonderful day there, Mama.
You too, have a hug.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
Love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
This is that beautiful 2025 Spyder F3-T. So he came in, I don't know if I discussed this with you or not, but he had really bad slipper clutch chirping sounds going on. And so I ordered that. Well, during his appointment to come and have it put on, I was sick. And so this is last week. So he brought the thing in, somebody else installed it, and there was a recall for, I had to even look as a different bolt or something. It was probably not the correct Loctite or something. It was one of the lateral support things the recall was for. But anyway, got that done and had the new alternator shaft, which has a slipper clutch on it, put on. His was chirping quite a bit. But it was when I had it in, he had it in for his first service. We ordered parts, and he brought it back in for it. But anyway, they get the alternator shaft put in, doesn't charge. So they said, apparently they checked a bunch of stuff. You can see all the fuse boxes are off, and the cover and everything's off of it. They were doing some searching. Well, when you do one of these, guess what the high tension lead coming off the alternator, where that's going? That's going directly to the battery. So there's a nut that holds that high tension lead on there. You need to disconnect the battery before you touch anything in here. Apparently, he tried to pull the alternator out without doing that. Luckily, it didn't zap. They said the alternator was bad. Well, I'm like, thinking, electric 101. How come I have no battery voltage here where the cable's bolted on? Because that goes one place, from here up to the battery. This makes no sense. Well, I had an idea what it was right away. But when they said the alternator was bad, I was really concerned about that, because an alternator for this thing is probably over $1,000. But it has a fusible link. It's right here. It's captured right here. this is the alternator cable. It's coming around, wraps up, and actually you can see it right there. It's in the sheathing. It's coming through, comes out, comes through here, and it bolts to the top side of this fusible link. See how it's got the two bolts? Well, in between there is an open fuse. So this one's at the top, that one's at the bottom. If I get the camera to shine on here just right. And in between those is an open link. I'd show you, but the thing is, I put it in a bag and gave it to the service advisor up front. It's an 80 amp fuse. I mean, 80 amps. You could DC weld with this battery. I mean, that puppy has got some power. So that's why it has an 80 amp fuse on it. Well, somebody touched something, because the battery was connected when they were doing the work on it. And luckily, it took that fuse out. So anyway, this is the two bolts that hold the two cables together with the fuse, an open fuse in between there. So I think somebody's going to run. I'm pretty sure an auto parts store would have that. So I don't know who had the one. This guy keeps this thing absolutely immaculate, and so I go up to find the bike. It's sitting in the lineup outside, so it sat out in all that storm. So everything was still soaking wet, so I immediately got it down here and gave it the old blow dry treatment, including the fuses. The fuse boxes are off. Well, when you leave that cover off, this thing's open. Water gets down in here, so you can see light from up here. You can see my hand breaking the shadow. Water just pours right down. It's filling all this up with water. Luckily, BRP's smart enough that, you know, everything's got dielectric grease. They're very good at stuff like that. So no harm, no foul. Just need to get everything dried out. And this is the cover. Used to the older F3s, they now go in a different way. You still have the two nubs up front, but it's got a couple of places where it captures in kind of a unique way when you're putting them on. You need to be careful, because there's little hooks that slide in, and this is kind of like a little snap clip type of thing when you're going together. So you can see the grooves. That's where those little things are sliding in there. Then I think that other thing, it captures in the edge of this light or something. I don't remember. There's no nipple standing down. I'm pretty sure it's capturing in that little spot there. But with, you know, like I say, with all that out, water just pour right down into the old tubster down here. But he had the tub in it, so the water was going from, you know, underneath. You know, it was all coming back here. So anyway, some people's children. So I had that cover off I was just testing everything. There's nothing wrong with the alternator, nothing wrong with anything. The alternator shaft, which has a slipper clutch, is nice and quiet. I bet you there'll be some kind of a TST or a bulletin coming on that before too long. We've just had way too many of them, and we can't be the only dealer doing it. But got my new petcock from Honda, which that thing is crazy stiff. Holy moly. That's a new one. I showed you one of those before, but that one was froze up. Look at that. Nice, soft, pliable rubber for that boot between the airbox and the carburetor. And look at that. A piece of factory fuel line, pre-shaped and everything. And it's nice and rubbery. And then for the poor Optimate that died on me, I think it happened yesterday, because I know I was out there Saturday night and all the lights were flashing. You know, once the power came back on. And so it zapped it. I thought the Optimate ones were gone. Excuse me. The price has gone way up too. Remember, these things were like, I think they were like $20 or $30. Now they're $53. Anyway, got another one. Don't freak about that one that says Moose on it. It is an Optimate in every way. But one thing I do like about the newer Optimates is it gives you the graph and it tells you what the lights are doing on the outside. You had to keep the manual to do it in the past. And you know, when it's not a big battery, you know, like the Himalayan, the GT650, all those, you know, like my Road King and Kelly's Flirty, you know, things are big lawn tractor batteries. That one has one too, you know, great big old batteries in there. You need something with a little more punch. This one's 600 milliamps, the output. The Optimate 3s are 800. They're just a little more power. But something that the voltage spiking on and off. And what's nice with it, it comes with a lead, so you can add it to another battery. And it also comes with a set of alligator clamps that plug into the SAE plug. And you can use it that way. If you're charging someone else's battery that doesn't have... Tenderly, he's got them on there, on this. But since I had the battery out, I just tossed her up here. Put her on the chunker. I don't know why. It's, you know, the health was fine, but the charge, it was at like 85, maybe 80%. This is the one I was telling you it is a Yuasa. It just has the Drag Specialties sticker on there. It is absolutely a Yuasa battery. And for whatever reason, when we get them from these guys from Drag Specialties, they are just like perfectly charged. Really, really good. We did. Was that from them? No, that was somebody else that we got. It was another company that had Yuasas, but they were dated, quite old, and they definitely needed to be boosted and charged up to get them going. One thing I like about these things too is it has a crazy long cable, and it's just one cable. You know, with the where is my? I left that hooked up to a bike. Did I come get that thing? Had to charge up had to fix that rigid. Well, it's the battery that was doing. Oh, it's done. The battery got locked in the tool. And what had happened is if you drop this thing, it lands. Oh, it's when you drop it backwards. I forget. Anyway, it hits those lock tabs so hard that it breaks them. They sit in these little grooves here. Well, it hits them so hard they break. Well, this side is broken. And I'm trying to take the thing off to put it on its charger, and I can't get the thing to come out. So I finally discovered that thing had broken half. So from now on, it's going to be held with one. It's just me using it down here. See, I can just push one side now. I don't have to push both. So it has been compromised, but what is it? It was a pretty, 9 amp hour. That thing had to be really expensive. But it works good. I wish it blew a little harder. But that thing's been through the paces. So anyway, it doesn't lock in the charger, or it'd have the two little tabs sitting there. That's one of those exhaust fan things that blow out. I love the sound of those things. It has that sound of a building running. Oh, now they used to put the tire sticker here. I think they did for a while, and for quite some time now they're down here. Some of them were labeled wrong, and the F3s were saying 20 and 28. See the tire pressures there? F3s, regardless of S or T or limited, is always 15 in front, 28 in the rear. And the labels were saying 2028. And you get your little evap thing here. It explains how all that works. And It's an emission thing that's got to be on there. I like the little heart that BRP put on there. All those stickers. So anyway, I need to get up there and find out what they're going to do about a fuse. They have them in, where did Kelly say? Georgia or something like that. It'd be here. Actually, it'd be here first part of, oh, maybe where they were, it was going to be here like the first part of the month. He's not going to want to wait until Monday, November the 3rd is the predicted thing. So, oh, and I don't know if I told you, but we goofed up and forgot to get the kickstart shaft seal, so I had to order that. I got a lead truck in. Alright, so nobody has that fuse. We tried auto parts stores, but as you can see, she's sitting there charging. She just kind of has a little jumper in there for the moment. I'm not going to do anything stupid like short out a alternator or anything. It's just going to be down here with me, and I'll have the key hidden so nobody can take off riding it. Plus, parts aren't put back together anyway. But he's charging. There was excuse me. There's a couple of voltage codes that was in there. One, they're saying there was no response from the alternator, and a whole bunch of stuff related to the alternator not being connected to the battery. So there's no harm, no foul. We got to order that piece, and unless we can find it somewhere, I bet you I could probably find a thing on Amazon and have it here quicker than BRP. At least get it going down the road. The guys that cost us go, sure, I got it. So service writer takes off on his motorcycle, goes down there, and they go, nah, don't have that. This is what it is. You guys have seen these open blade fuses before, I'm sure. Because they stick together. Come on. Well, we'll just do it this way. Ooh, there's a staple in there. Yikes. So what it is, make sure I'm pointing the camera. It's an 80 amp open blade fuse. And you can tell by the burn of that thing that it was pretty much instant. That's what a direct short will do. That's why you have stuff like that in place. That'll save your vehicle. And in this case it did. I'm telling you, those Spyder batteries, they're strong enough. You could do a short amount of DC welding with those things. There is a tremendous amount of power in those things. But that's what we're looking for. I thought I had some BMW stuff that I want to say they were 40 amp or something like that. I mean, I could stack a couple of those together, you know, just for the, I mean, nothing's going to happen to this thing unless you literally short either the coupler where it bolts to, or come all the way over to where that fusible link is. You'd have to, yeah, it'd be a pretty drastic thing to blow that fuse, which is something easy to do when you disconnect a live battery wire to a connected battery. So at least it did what it was supposed to do. And I looked around there, I don't see any arcs anywhere. I was looking to see, you know, did it, you know, zap the paint somewhere, or I have no idea where it touched. But I don't see any sign of it anywhere. And by that, there's no burning. It just instantly seen the short and did its job, just like a fuse is supposed to do. And anyway, that'll be that for now. Kind of a bummer. Kelly ordered me the kickstart shaft seal for the XR. It's in I think a California warehouse. It'll probably be here by the end of the week. But I got enough stuff that I could go home and put the get the air filter put back together, and that's really fun. Of course, it's nice and soft. It shouldn't be too much of a fight. And I need to put some goop in there too. Honda used this, it was like weather stripping cement they used on those things back in the day. And that helped seal it up. I'll probably use some of that Yamaha 6B silicone stuff that's super oil and gas resistant and seems to stay pliable. It's magical stuff. Just to make sure that thing's sealed off, but it's, you know, soft enough it's going to actually fit in the hole. But getting those things in there can be tricky. But like I say, that was nice and soft. And just the fuel line, I need to see what kind of shape the seal is on for the petcock bolting to the tank, because the petcocks used to have the groove in them and it sealed against the tank, but the tank seals against the petcock. So either that O-ring's in the tank or what. I was going to look at the fish guard, see what it looks like. Anywho, this is a no harm, no foul, as it turns out. It was just a misstep in procedures is all. But anyway, I'm just like, because I started it, I'm going to let it sit here and cycle to the run till the fan cycles. I don't know what the deal is with this. It's like it's about an 06, 07, somewhere around there. Oh, no, it's newer than that. What am I talking about? It's got the nav up there. Sorry about that. G. Yeah, that's probably like one of the last years before they went to the Milwaukee 8. So it's probably a 15 or 16. Oh yeah, it's got the big wide tire on the back and everything. I don't know why it's down here. I have no RO or anything. It could be just somebody storing it down here for some reason. He's a beauty though. It's got the Screaming Eagle intake kit on there. She's birdie. What do you got for miles hiding out on you? Whoa, 10,000. She's a puppy. Look how clean it is. That's really nice. But anyway, don't know why it's here. I should have the parts for that sales unit to get that thing piecemealed back together. But anyway, that's all good. Just needs that open fuse to go in there to make her safe. I wouldn't want to let him take off with it or anything. But like I say, it'll be safe with me down here. And that's that for that. Kind of half fixed the battery on a rigid. Then helping parts people, other service people. The guy upstairs has an Indian, I don't remember what it was. I want to say it was what's the big dresser one with the Thunder Max, whatever motor. Anyway, it's got some outriggers on it. It's pretty cool. Seems a little scary to me, the way they come down and come up. Had a guy back in 80, probably 82, 83. He's a gentleman that used to race at PIR and had an accident and was not able to ride anymore, and he invented some outriggers that came down on his 79 CBX. They kind of faced backwards and they were up front in that big wide motor. And when you get to a certain speed, I don't know if he activated or if it was automatic, but these almost like torsion bars came down with wheels. And he used to go ripping around the track, you know, during like lunch period or whatever. He was, you know, they'd have a few corner workers out there and just let him go rip around the track. Super nice guy. I remember meeting him. Man, that's crazy. That was all them years ago. Yeah, that was about 42, 43 years ago. Or if he's still riding. He wasn't a young guy, if I remember right, so he may not be riding anymore. Okay. There we are. Well, hello there, you completely dark. We're past sunset by about 13 minutes.
But it's warm in here.
But it's warm in here.
And it's cold out there.
Keep Mama at least exposed to the cold elements as possible.
Yes. Got my little blanket and all.
Yeah. That was actually kind of fun, being back at work and tinkering with stuff. I had stuff for the XR to get that thing done. We got little projects here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Wish I'd remembered that daggum Kickstarter shaft seal.
I know. That way, that
Yeah.
would have already been here.
We were even looking at old part numbers to see if, you know, something was still in stock or whatever for those things, but that's just not a common problem anymore.
No.
Especially when most of them, I go, you hit electric starts on them now, so things like Kickstarter shaft seals aren't very common. Oh, I seen something purple go by. It was Ray Lynn.
Oh.
She's heading for a swing.
She's headed for a swing.
Yeah. But anyway, we don't want to make this long. We're going to roll out on you. Bid you adieu.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and you guys have an amazing Tuesday or Wednesday.
Thank you. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you then.
All right. Appreciate you watching now. Bye-bye.